That's the sound of the exhaust system of the new Audi S4. The S4 is powered by a newly revamped supercharged 3-liter TFSI V6 engine. That all adds up to increased performance and torque. The S4 is also lighter and more fuel efficient than previous models. The engine has a power output of 260 kilowatt, and even at a relatively low 1370 revs, it can reach a maximum torque of 500 Newton meters. The S4 leaps from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.7 seconds and uses an average of 7.3 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. André Zimmermann says the S4 has a great sound. But that's not the only thing about this car that's appealing to the senses.
Das will ich heute herausfinden.
The S4 is also a good-looking car, and it features an efficient 8-speed Tiptronic transmission for responsive gear changes. You can switch to freewheeling mode to save fuel. The Matrix LED headlights are another standout feature, available as an option for 1,900 euros in Germany. The S4 is also available as a station wagon. André says the S4's engine is really powerful. You can feel it and hear it when you step on the gas. But there's a certain smoothness to it. All this makes for a really pleasant driving experience.
Das ist wirklich ein sehr, sehr angenehmes Fahrgefühl.
André says the S4 appeals to the senses in other ways too.
Das ist der Tastsinn. Die fein gearbeiteten Schalter hier.
The dashboard has a nice design. It's easy to use and it's pleasant to the touch. And then there's that distinctive Audi clicking sound on some of the controls.
Einfach einzigartig.
André points out that the S4 has several visual features that drivers will appreciate. People used to check the speedometer regularly. Nowadays, they also keep an eye on that sat-nav.
Das weiß natürlich auch Audi, und auf Wunsch kann man sich mit dem Virtual Cockpit.
The S4's virtual cockpit offers navigation data, plus standard info like fuel remaining, mileage, and speed. You can even make a phone call or check for the latest traffic updates. It's all there on a high-definition screen. The 12.3-inch virtual cockpit made its debut in 2014 in the Audi TT and is now also available in Audi's A4 model line. In Germany, this system costs about 3,300 euros, including the multimedia interface. The front sport seats offer improved comfort and support.
Mit dem S4
André says the S4 is a sportier version of the A4, and it's a real treat for the senses. The suggested starting price for the basic model is just under 60,000 euros. André's only complaint is that you have to pay extra for options like the Matrix LED headlights and the virtual cockpit.
Extras wie das Matrix LED-Licht und das Virtual Cockpit immer noch Aufpreis kosten.
As far as performance is concerned, the S4 can compete effectively with similar models like the Porsche Boxster and Cayman. That's clear from the S4's engine stats, and you can hear that performance when you put the S4 through its paces. Porsche unveiled the next-generation four-door Gran Turismo Panamera with a spectacular stage show. Car tester Matis Kurat remembers being at the Auto Shanghai in 2009 when the first Panamera was debuted. It was an attempt to broaden Porsche's appeal, but it met widespread skepticism. Those critics have since taken a back seat, since 7 years on, here's the second generation. In terms of design, it's not that different from the first. Overall, it has a cleaner look, but the most obvious innovation is at the rear. As Matis Kurat explains, this light bar strip was previously only on the 911 four-wheel drive model. The hatch is larger, changing the rear's overall look. And of course, the rear is what most people are going to be seeing of the new Panamera on the Autobahn. Not surprisingly for Porsche, its goal with the second-gen Panamera was to design the sportiest vehicle in the luxury sedan segment. To start, it offers a choice of 3 engines, 2 gasoline-powered and 1 310-kilowatt V8 diesel. The Panamera Turbo has the most powerful gasoline-powered engine of the series, with 4 liters capacity, 8 cylinders, and 2 turbochargers mounted inside the cylinder block. An even more powerful engine is soon to follow in the Panamera Turbo S. A spin around the Nürburgring's legendary North Loop is proof positive of the 404-kilowatt twin-turbocharged engine's performance. Reaching top speeds of 306 kilometers per hour, the Panamera completed a lap in 7 minutes and 38 seconds. It's even faster than the last generation 911 Turbo. Test driver Lars Kern explains its long wheelbase makes cornering smoother, and the rear axle steering and active roll stabilization makes it feel unexpectedly agile, even at lower speeds. That's really what sets the Panamera apart.
Das ist eigentlich das, was mich am meisten verwundert hat am Auto und am meisten begeistert hat, weil ich so nicht erwartet habe.
There's nothing unexpected about its interior's sleek and stylish look. It combines Porsche's trademark luxury with sophisticated technology. The look of the dashboard is an obvious nod to the first generation, says Matis Kurat, but the technology is state-of-the-art. To the left and right of the proper analog tachometer are 2 7-inch displays, showing speed, for example, along with various other functions. On the right, you can switch between navigation, night vision, all the features you'd expect from a Porsche.
Navigation, Nachtsicht, alles Mögliche, was es halt so in einem modernen Sportwagen aus Zuffenhausen gibt.
German Hollywood star Ralph Müller was at the premiere in late June and says the car feels tailor-made for him. Nearly 2 meters tall, he weighs 120 kilos, so he likes a car with plenty of legroom. This one's perfect.
Ganz toll.
It's a deluxe ride not only for the driver, says Matis. The Panamera offers both the performance of a sports car and the comfort of a luxury sedan, with generous space in back. Like in the front, the control system is modeled on the smartphone. And as he points out, tall passengers don't need to worry about bumping their heads.
Größere Menschen haben hier Platz, also über meinem Kopf hier, da ist noch unglaublich viel Platz.
Starting at a cool 113,000 euros in Germany, the new Panamera can already be ordered now, but deliveries won't begin until November. Opel's new Zafira will be appearing on showroom floors in October. The interior features Opel's familiar Flex 7 seating system. The exterior is sportier and the front redesigned. The Zafira has taken on some design elements from its little brother, the Opel Astra. It starts at a list price under 22,000 euros in Germany. Germany's introducing cash incentives designed to bring electric cars out of the niche market they've been wedged into so far. At the same time, car manufacturers are working hard to extend battery range. Previously, the Nissan Leaf could run 200 kilometers on a charge. A new battery has been introduced with a 30 kilowatt-hour capacity, good for about 250 kilometers. Earlier this year, the Honda Jazz was rated one of Europe's safest cars, based on the results of tests carried out by the Euro NCAP program. We thought we'd take a closer look at the Jazz. One of the criteria used in the crash tests is the performance of the car's driver assists. The Honda Jazz offers the City Emergency Brake Assistant. The Jazz features a new, longer platform and a wider wheelbase. It's not very big, just over 3.8 meters long, but the current model has a lot more room inside than before. The taillights sort of look like they belong on a Volvo. The third brake light has been integrated into the spoiler. The interior looks a lot roomier. You can choose the new infotainment option, Honda Connect. You can also run the system from buttons on the steering wheel. The cup holders to the left of the steering column are an especially welcome addition. The center console is chock full of goodies, including a 12-volt outlet and HDMI and USB ports. Auto tester Emanuel Schaefer is going to show us the backseat area. There's plenty of room back here, plenty of room for your knees, and it's comfortable too. That's important for long trips. If you don't have to worry about passengers, you can fold up the back seat to create a big storage area. There's enough room for small items of furniture or even a bike. Now, Emanuel is going to show us the trunk. There's 350 liters of space here. That's pretty big. There's even enough room to sit down, and there should be plenty of space for all your shopping. But if you need more room, just flip a couple of switches to create even more space, to 1,300 liters in fact. So let's see how the Jazz performs on the road. Honda has introduced a new platform and chassis, and that gives the car a more dynamic feel. Plus, they've reduced its overall weight and increased body stability. This model of the Jazz comes only with the 1.3-liter petrol engine. But Emanuel points out that you can choose from two transmissions, a 6-speed manual or a continuously variable transmission, CVT. The Honda Jazz can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just over 11 seconds. It can reach a top speed of 190 kilometers per hour. And as far as fuel efficiency is concerned, the Jazz gets 100 kilometers on 5 liters of gas. Emanuel says the Jazz handles pretty well on the road, and it holds the line comfortably through corners. The engine's a little low on torque, so it takes you a while to notice the change after you've shifted gears. Overall, Emanuel has mixed feelings about the Honda Jazz. Its design reminds him a lot of the Civic, but that's just a matter of personal taste. The engine's not very powerful, particularly under 3,000 RPM. But the Jazz is pretty roomy, whether you're sitting in the back seat or loading a bunch of stuff into the trunk. And you can even have more space by reconfiguring the seats. That's one of the car's big advantages. The price for the Honda Jazz in Germany is just under 16,000 euros. And if you include all the options that we did in our test model, plus a few extras, the price could easily top 20,000. marketing divisions have been known to come up with some off-the-wall ideas to attract customers, such as combining two apparently unrelated and even incompatible things. Car tester Sascha Knapp describes the Jeep Renegade as just such a combination. A pizza burger, totally American on the outside and old-world Italian inside. Not the Ferrari or Lamborghini kind of Italian, but like its close relative, the Fiat 500X. Being built in Melfi, Italy doesn't mean cuts in quality. After all, Fiat started building cars in the early 20th century, over 40 years before Jeep did.